Good morning, good morning. It's Genevieve, and I am excited because today is our last day of the Harness Your Crazy Challenge. And today, let me tell you, ladies, this is the sprinkles. This is where the rubber hits the road. If you were looking for the thing that's going to make you more productive and manage your time better in 2018, then today is your day, and I hope that you will join me. And if you know someone who's on the crazy train, if you have another woman entrepreneur or a woman in business that's your friend, you're going to want to share this out with them because successful sprinting is the only way to go. So this morning, I just want to say happy Thursday. It is day 7 of the Harness Your Crazy Challenge. And if you have not been a part of it for the past week and a half, because we did take a little bit of a break, good morning, Jessica, over the holidays, you can still sign up. There's a link up above in my banner to sign up for the challenge, and you will receive an email with the past 7 days videos of my favorite productivity tricks and tips for your phone, for your schedules, to just help you make things a little bit easier. Breakfast and coffee, awesome. I just had my coffee and I think I'm going to be going out for breakfast. Yay, work at home perks, right? So I want to just thank you all for tuning in, if you've been tuning in for the past 7 days. And it does feel a little bit awkward for me to go live on a Thursday because I usually don't go live on a Thursday. So we're going to do a little bit of a Throwback Thursday as I introduce myself. So if you have not been following me before, this is your first time here on a live, my name is Genevieve Rose. I'm a business and sales strategist as well as a Seiko Senior Mentor Fellow and a journaling coach. And where the sales and business strategist comes from is really that that's been my career. I worked in corporate sales and contracting in tool and mold manufacturing for 10 years, and I was involved in all different facets of contracting and marketing and sales businesses prior to that. And I learned some great things in the corporate world in those areas. And when I decided to move home and make it my full-time gig as a work-at-home mom, Rhiannon, hey girl, that was really where I had to start realizing, you know what, some of those things that, you know what, not that I loved the 9-to-5er, but there were some really good productivity things I learned while working in the corporate world. So I want to just share with you today a little bit of when I realized what successful sprinting could do for my business, how it related back to my corporate job. So I worked with these clients out of Connecticut, LDM Manufacturing, hey guys, and they were a tool shop. So they got projects for different products to be able to create those products out of molds and plastics and so forth, and they would build them into what the company wanted them to become, right? And one of the things that they made, and if you're a geek, you're gonna love this, they made fake Ghostbuster packs. Can you imagine that there was actually someone out there making fake Ghostbuster packs and there is a market for them? Let me tell you, if you sell anything, if there is a market for fake Ghostbuster packs, then there is a market for your product. And so really learning the system that took them from, hey, this is the project on a piece of paper, to this is the real product in real life, learning that process by working with all these tool and die manufacturing companies. When I came to my work at home job at first, I didn't use any of those strategies and I was kind of floundering. I was kind of like, why can't I get anything done? And so when I realized that sprinting was going to be the way that I got things done, boy, did that change the game. And so all of this past 6 days, everything I shared with you, from time logs to your morning routine or evening routine, your long list, short lists, your I want to do, I don't want to do, all of these things can become a part of successful sprinting. And that's what I want to share with you all today. And perhaps your Ghostbuster packs will be finished and you'll be able to sell them. So I'm really excited to share this with you today because this is something that if you are a work-at-home mom or you run a business, this is going to truly I personally feel it's the place where it's kind of transformed my life on how I get things done. So have you ever had an idea? Let me ask you these questions, and feel free to raise your hands if this is you. Have you ever had an idea for a project while you're in the middle of another one? Hello. I have to say that for a very long time as a work-at-home mom and as an entrepreneur was really throwing a wrench into my life. I would have this idea for a project. I would start working on it, and then in the middle of that project, this other nice shiny thing would pop in my head, and I'd be like, oh, I want to do that too, so I'm gonna go and start that, right? With really no system. And then what it would do is just totally throw me onto that crazy town train, and I would feel like I had way too much going on. I think every creative entrepreneur ever has felt that way. Have you ever squirreled off your focus when you see something else out there that you want to go and do? And that kind of is the same way as having like a new project, but I think sometimes it can literally just be something else that just pulls your focus. It just squirrels you off. So yeah, definitely all of us, right? And ever get let down by not reaching the number goal because you feel like that's the measurement of success. And I would say for a lot of us that are in sales, this is the area that you can feel defeated and deflated and kind of just say, forget this. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to keep rolling with this and see if it pans out. Because so many times in this industry, we put that number goal as the goal. And this month, in fact, Jessica, yeah. So I really feel like this is the area that successful sprinting for me helps me say, you know what, I know what my goal is, and the number isn't my goal. And so that's my hope, that's my wish, that's what I'm going to try to build momentum for, but that isn't my goal, because I found if I do that, and for some reason or another, not that we're not doing the work, that goal doesn't happen, it completely deflates me and completely puts me in a different frame of mind than what's going to be productive for my business and for my family too. Because when we're let down with that goal, it doesn't just affect our business because we are work-at-home moms. So sprinting is the process to take your projects, your opportunities, your goods, your product, whatever you have, and make you feel like you've completed what you need to complete to build the momentum you need. And so I'm going to share just an example of a sprint because sprinting is something that's a little bit more complex and also needs support and accountability for. But I think explaining it, I'll at least be able to give you enough of the process that you'll get the idea for it. And then I'm going to share some good things regarding how you can get some really good support regarding building out sprinting within your business and your life. So it starts with your ask. Okay, or the end product. So I'm going to use an example. So this necklace, this Brave necklace right here, I'm going to use as an example. Say we want to make these necklaces, all right? That's our end product, all right? If our end ask, so if we're in sales, we're going to say, I want to sell this necklace. I want to sell this necklace, all right? So then after we do our ask, we're going to ask ourselves, why or what's the goal or hope for making this or for selling it? So my reason for making it would be that I want other people to feel brave and bold. I want it to be a beautiful product that people will wear and have it be something that they pass on or last. I want it to be classic. You're telling yourself the reasons why you're doing something. And I think this is one of the big pieces a lot of people miss when they're goal setting is they immediately just make the goal, but they don't ask themselves why they're doing it. And so the same way with if I was selling these, why am I selling these? I'm selling these because I want people to be able to feel brave and bold in their story. I want them to have a gift they can give to someone else and feel like they've given them something meaningful. I want the people who purchase it to know the story behind it. So it doesn't matter what you sell, even if it's Ghostbuster backpacks, you can figure out a reason why you want to do it. And so that's the next piece. Then we're going to ask ourselves the measure. How many do we want to make? So this is where people usually make their goal, right, Jessica? We usually say, okay, I want to sell 50 of these, or I want to make 125 of them, or I want to have $2,500 in sales this month, right? We pick that as our goal, and that's kind of one of our first mistakes, because that's the measurement, that isn't the goal. And so that's where sprinting, knowing the reason why you're doing it, knowing what your end ask is or your end product, and then saying to yourself, okay, this is the measurement, that's where we have to say it's not the goal, it's the measurement. And that's the momentum we're looking to build. And so then we're going to break down our goal. We're going to break down that ask on how are we going to do it. And, you know, these are projects, okay? Sprints are set in like a 2-week focus. So if I was going to make this necklace, I would say in 2 weeks, I want to make this many necklaces. This is the reason why I want to do it. And now I'm going to break down all the steps to do it. All right. And so, you know, nothing but this one project is what you want to start. All right. You need to understand the rating system, because there's also, and this is something that's a little bit more in depth. There's a rating system to projects. When you work in manufacturing, there's usually like, okay, this project is rated at this number because it's at this difficulty. This project is rated at this because a machine shop or a manufacturing shop doesn't usually only work on one thing at a time. Like all of us, right? We can't just work on one thing at a time, but they understand their rating system. So that's also something that is implemented into my sprint training, is that we need to understand our rating systems and what we can put on our plates. So sprinting is a practice that takes time to learn. It's not like something that happens overnight, and it requires accountability. So that's another thing as well. When you're in a manufacturing environment, and this was something for me, is I realized that there were things that I needed to do to make myself accountable to my sprint. So I also use Asana, which I shared with earlier this week. I use Asana for my sprinting. I do also use my bullet journal to keep track of projects. So I can show you a little bit, like I have some projects listed on my bullet journal that I go through and I say, okay, here I'm rating this project. Because what it does is it provides you freedom from the number goal, and it builds momentum towards that number goal. So you no longer have to feel like if you're not hitting that number goal, you most likely completed your project. And so that's the goal. And so sprinting, you know, and breaking it down to master is a large portion of my new course, which is Design Your Brave Lifestyle Schedule. And that I want to share this with all of you because this is something I'm super passionate about for anybody who is in business. It can feel very overwhelming to have all these things that you want to do, as well as your home, and not be able to get them done, and not see the money reward or the next opportunity to be something you're able to capitalize on, to be able to do, because you're feeling like you already have so much going on. So this is what sprinting really does, is it helps you to be able to create this 2-week focus to get that task done, to get that project done, and be able to have that opening to be able to add on those other opportunities. And I promise you, this is the one thing that has made me feel super successful and be able to enjoy my success, is to be able to do sprints and be able to have that clear head that no matter what my number is each month, I know that I've done the work. So we're going to also focus in the course about work hours, because this is something that a lot of women tell me that they're not quite sure how to go about creating work hours in amongst their lives and their families, because all of us have different schedules. So we're going to talk about work hours, and I'm going to help everybody get a ideal take and tailor template of their work schedule. We're going to talk about blackout times, because this is something that was really important to me. once you start enjoying your work, it's very hard to stop your work. And so that can really filter over into your life, into your family. So learning about how to take advantage of blackout hours and how to make them stick. And then all the additional extras, as well as more from the past 6 days that I've shared. So you're going to get a take and tailor template to design your ideal schedule for 2018, which is really exciting for me to be able to do for everybody, but also to really share sprinting, because it is truly something, like if you go and research sprinting, you're going to see a whole bunch of manufacturing information. So it's not the easiest thing to learn on your own in a business type of sales environment. This course is all of the productive tools that I've shared, and also you're going to get to work with me to get on track and be focused, so that's exciting too. Also, like I said, it's going to help you to blend your family. It's definitely helped me be able to blend a little bit more having a high schooler. This was definitely something that needed to happen. So like I'm saying, work hours, being able to blend my work schedule. It's actually provided me to be able to give an opportunity to another woman to work with me in my business. So the monetary rewards have definitely been seen through that. And I really want everybody to just know, like, the gravity of what this has done is helped me get off the crazy town train. It doesn't mean that I hop back on it once in a while, all right? But what it allows me to do is be really confident that I have this template to look back on and say, you know what, this is my schedule and this is my system, and I know it works. And so the course opens on December 25th, so you don't have to worry about attacking any of it right now during the holiday season, but I am offering a code until Sunday. It's Brave Holiday in all caps to get 35% off the course. So the course is going to regularly be $99.99, but with the 35% off, it's $65. And as an added bonus, because I want to hopefully remind everybody that they are brave and bold, you're going to receive this necklace, which is a $60 value. So you're basically getting the course for $5 if you purchase it before Saturday. And so you'll get the necklace now, so you can keep it as a gift for yourself, or you can give it as a gift for the holidays. But I'm giving this as an additional bonus to this course, because one of the reasons that I do this is I really do want to educate and empower women here, and I feel like this honors my co-workers in Uganda who work really hard to educate and empower women there. So that's why I'm giving this additional necklace. So I really want to thank you all. I hope that if you can just think about sprinting a little bit, and are you doing something like this, not just a to-do list, because lists, like I said, ladies, I love them. I love lists, but they're not the thing that's going to make you productive. Successful sprinting is going to make you productive, and it's going to create the results that you want, because you're going to be building momentum in your business. So I thank you all for joining me. If you haven't signed up and you want the free videos, make sure you sign up. I'll post the link for the course as well as the code below if you'd like to take advantage of it. I would love to take part in this with you starting in the beginning of, well, the end of December, right after Christmas. So we have those 2 weeks basically to get ourselves fully off the crazy town train and on to productivity place with an ideal schedule for 2018 and a system that's going to work to make you successful as well. Ladies, thanks for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day, and I just look forward to working with all of you in the new year.